Hello nurses. So in this video we're going to discuss about the anatomy, most important topics for BS nursing first sem students who are writing supplementary examination in January 2026. So without delay, let's get into the video. So in this video we're going to discuss about some of the most important topics of anatomy, in which firstly we have most important topics. We're going to discuss most important topics on the basis of units. So on the basis of unit we're going to discuss most important topics, uh, and also we're going to discuss most important units. So in anatomy, as compared to all of the units, the most important unit is that is cardiovascular system. And in cardiovascular system the important topics are heart and some of the other organs like spleen. And most rarely they will ask about the lymphatic system, but in spleen comes in lymphatic system only. So in lymphatic system they mostly ask about the spleen, and apart from that, apart from spleen, there is nothing to ask about the lymphatic system. So in cardiovascular system they can only ask about the heart. So there is nothing about anything extra about us asking anything apart from heart in cardiovascular system. So let's discuss this one by one. Okay, so in a long essay, so before discussing this whole things, another thing I want to tell you this. Let me open another PDF. So before that, we're going to discuss about the from all of the units, which all question will be come for 10 marks, 5 marks, and 2 marks. So let's discuss about that first, and after that, we're going to discuss important topics so that it will become easy to us. So let's discuss from which all units long essay questions will be coming. So long essay questions will be coming mostly from cardiovascular and lymphatic system and musculoskeletal system. But questions sometimes they can also ask from nervous system and digestive system. So I don't take guarantee about that only these two units are important. But as you saw in previous year question papers and as you saw in blueprint, they only mentioned about these two units. So for that reason I am taking this as a most important units. As you can see here, I mentioned 51% for musculoskeletal system and 49% for cardiovascular and lymphatic system, because according to me, there is a more probability of asking musculoskeletal question for long essay part as compared to the cardiovascular system unit questions. But the difference is between just 10%. I'm not giving 100% guarantee that the questions will come from musculoskeletal system only, but there is a chances of coming long essay questions. So there is a more chance of coming long essay question from musculoskeletal system for this exam. It is January 2026 exam. Okay, so but even though don't just leave this cardiovascular system, because there is a one rule that I will explain you that. As you can see in short essay they have written that if first question, that is in long essay question, if the long essay question will come from cardiovascular system, the third question, that is in short essay part, that question will be musculoskeletal system. uh, that question will be coming from musculoskeletal system. Means uh, if long essay question will come from cardiovascular system, if long essay question will come from cardiovascular system, then in short essay, 100% one musculoskeletal question will be coming, that is in third position. Okay, and vice versa. Means if the musculoskeletal question will come for 10 marks, uh, the cardiovascular system question will come for 5 marks, like that. Understood, huh? So like that, if they ask about the musculoskeletal system, if the long essay will come from musculoskeletal system, uh, one short essay will be coming from cardiovascular system. If they ask long essay question from cardiovascular system, one short essay will be coming from musculoskeletal system. So like that, after understanding this, you will get to know that anyhow you need to study about these two units compulsorily. Either they will come in long essay part, either they will come in short essay part. So my recommendation is just study these two important units as soon as possible. Okay. In short essay part, the second question in uh, in short essay part, one question will be coming from respiratory system. So another one question will be coming from either cardiovascular system or musculoskeletal system. So as I already told, if the long essay will come from cardiovascular system, short essay will come from musculoskeletal system. If the long essay will come from musculoskeletal system, the short essay will be coming from cardiovascular system. So like that it gonna work. And another last question will be coming from nervous system. So in short answers part, so in short answers part, one question will be coming from introduction part, introduction to anatomy and anatomical terms, like that one unit is there now. So from that one short answer will be coming, and another short answer will be coming from digestive system. They can ask about the some of the things we will discuss in later further in this video. So another question will come from urinary system. Okay, as you can see, short answers will coming from these three units, and short essay will coming from these three units, and long essay will coming from these two units. Okay, in long essay also consider those two units. Okay, nervous system and that respiratory system. Even though that question will, because sometimes they can also ask question from those two units, but even though they did not ask in long essay questions, means at least you studied these two units, means because respiratory system and nervous system, you can score 10 marks only, because if you study respiratory system you will get 5 marks, and if you study nervous system and you will get another 5 marks. So 10 marks you will get from these two units, respiratory system and nervous system. Okay. Okay, so this is all about the form which all units, long essay, short answer questions will be coming. So now let's discuss about the most important topics of anatomy. Okay, so now let's move to the next part of this video, that is most important units and topics for applied anatomy subject for basic and first time students. So let's go into that. So in first unit we have the first most important unit is, that is cardiovascular system. So in cardiovascular system, the most important topics are heart. From heart topic, the many questions can be asked, like describe the structure or gross anatomy of heart with its blood supply. So mostly in heart they will ask about the structure, gross anatomy of external microscopic view of that organ. So microscopic view of a heart. Microscopic view include like chambers of heart, valves of heart, layers of heart, coverings of heart. So I have notes about that. So I will as here you can see, I will share about this. If you want this note, we will discuss this later. Okay, after completing these important topics, we will discuss notes of the all of the important questions of anatomy. Okay, so afterwards we will discuss about that uh, these notes. So now let's move to the next question. The question can also ask from the chambers of heart, ventricles of heart, blood supply of heart. So you just study complete anatomy of heart and including its blood supply. Okay, complete anatomy including its blood supply you study in heart topic. Okay, they can ask for long essay part or they can ask for short essay part, but 100% the question will be coming from cardiovascular system, that is fixed. Okay, either in long essay part, either in short essay part. Okay, wait, but sometimes they can also ask question from lymphatic system. Okay, so the high probability, but so what we discussed here is most important topic, extremely important topics, and these are the just important topics, not most important or extremely important topics, but 50% they can ask these questions, like surfaces, situation, borders, chambers, and blood supply, nerve supply, and applied anatomy of heart, location of valves. So these questions can be asked. So the less frequently asked questions are spleen and these things. Okay, So sometimes they will ask short essay question from lymphatic system also, because they can ask short essay questions from cardiovascular and lymphatic system na? So mostly they will ask about the heart, but sometimes they can also ask about the lymphatic system in short essay, but in long essay it's very rare. Okay, so now let's move to the next unit, that is, here, as you can see, the important topics of cardiovascular system, that's the anatomy of heart. In that, especially they can ask about the right atrium, heart ventricles, blood supply of heart, valves of heart, layers, chambers, and spleen. Okay, so now let's move to the next important unit, that is muscular system. So the second important unit from anatomy is muscular system. So in muscular system they can ask about the muscles like deltoid muscle, gluteal muscle. So all of the muscles they can ask, and mostly they will ask about the muscles which are used for IM injections, intramuscular injections. So you need to study all of those muscles for which are used for intramuscular injection. Okay, and the next important topic from musculoskeletal is they can ask about the joints like shoulder joint, knee joint, hip joint. They can ask these things. And another important, as as I already told, they can ask about the muscles like gluteus muscles and this muscle. So they can ask about the muscles which are used for IM injections, and there are also some of the important muscles as you can see here. Okay. Okay, next one is they can ask about the classification of bones. So in classification of bones, they can ask about the just classification, histology, long bones like femur, humor. They can ask, and they can ask for 5 marks. They can ask about the mandible, external features of mandible, like that. Remember, long essay questions can be asked from musculoskeletal only, so you need to give more care for this. And in joints they can ask about the classification of joints, and especially the most important joint is synovial joint. They can ask about this, and they can ask about the classified synovial joints. Again, in synovial joints, again there are some of the classifications, some of the types of synovial joints, and you need to write those joints, and you need to give example of each synovial joints. Okay, and rarely they can ask about the wrist joint, cubital fossa, arcs of heart, arcs of foot, layers of scalp. So like this they can ask, and they can ask these all things, as you can see these all things by yourself. uh, these all questions they can ask for 5 marks if the question comes, if the long essay questions will come from cardiovascular system. From for 5 marks, these many questions can be asked from musculoskeletal system, as here you can see. Okay, see nicely. Okay, so the final most important topics, as you can see here: deltoid shoulder joint, gluteus maximus muscle, sternocleidomastoid muscle, classification of bones, mandible. So these all are the things. So now let's move to the next important unit, that is nervous system. So in nervous system they can ask about the cerebrum, cerebral hemisphere, anatomy of cerebrum, so functional areas of cerebrum, lobes of cerebrum, sulci and gyri, functional areas of cerebrum, circle of Willis. This is again most important, but mostly circle of Willis question can come from mostly circle of Willis is listed under cardiovascular system only, but you can check out that either circle of Willis topic come in cardiovascular system or it will come in nervous system. Okay, but circle of Willis is most important. topic. Most frequently they will ask question from circle of pillars. As you can check previous year question paper, as you can check previous year question papers for this topic. Okay, and spinal cord, neurons, ventricles, these are also most important topics. So most important topics in this are cerebrum, circle of pillars, cerebellum. Wait, let me tell you. First is cerebrum, second one is neurons, third one is circle of pillars, four, fourth on to fifth on, and the ventricles of brain. Okay, next. Uh, for 5 marks, they can ask about the medulla oblongata, ocular nerve. So these all questions they can ask for 5 marks. Okay, just note on this. And this also they can ask for 5 marks. It's not correct. Okay, this is not correct. Okay, don't see it. So as you can cerebral, neuron, ventricles of neurons, cerebrum, medulla oblongata, peripheral nerves, spinal cord. Okay. So for the important questions of nervous system for applied anatomy, you can check out the link in the description. In that video you will get most important questions of nervous system. Okay, check out that. Okay. Okay, so now let's move to the next important unit, that is urinary system. So in urinary system, the most important topics will remain as a nephron. They can ask about the nephron and they can ask about the kidney, but it's not mentioned here. They can ask about the kidney. So in kidney, they can ask about the gross anatomy or microscopic view of uh, kidney. So those questions can be asked in urinary system for 5 marks. Okay. Rarely they will ask about these all things. These two topics are less repeated, but these two topics are most important. They will mostly ask about these two questions, like microscopic view of kidney and cross anatomy of kidney. So like that they can ask about them. And the less important topics are these reflexes and uh, microscopic structure of kidney is important, but I don't know why they have listed here. Okay, and this question is not there. Okay, they can ask about histology and relations of right kidney or like that they can ask. Okay, so these questions are the less important, but these two remains the most uh, important. For final list of important topics, you can see here: kidney, nephron, kidney, nephron. Okay, so now let's move to the digestive system. In digestive system, we will get to study about the most important unit. The most important topics are stomach. As you can see, stomach. So in stomach, they can ask about the gross anatomy of stomach, blood supply of stomach, nerve supply, applied anatomy of stomach, histology of stomach. They can ask. So the most important topic in digestive system is stomach, and second important topic will remain for this question is not there. Okay. First topic I told stomach, and second topic will rectum, and they can ask soft palate, pharynx, abdomen or aorta. Quadrants of abdomen is very rare. Okay, so what I told first Stomach is most important. Let me draw you for you guys, right? Stomach is most important, and second here I have mentioned liver, and third will remain rectum. So let's see this first. So the first important topic is in digestive system. The first important topic is stomach. Okay, and then second important topic is liver. Okay, third important topic is duodenum, small intestine. Then fourth is pancreas, and tongue, salivary glands, esophagus. These things are rarely asked, and peritoneum also rarely asked. Okay, so here they did not mention about the rectum, but the rectum will mostly come from after liver. Okay, the first topic will be stomach, second topic will be liver, third topic will be rectum. Okay, and the fourth topic will be small intestine, then pancreas, then these things, tongue, salivary glands, and the least important topics are these things. Okay, that is the respiratory system. So in respiratory system we have trachea. In respiratory system the most important topics are lungs. In lungs you need to study about the in lungs we need to study about the lobes of lungs, borders of lungs, fissures of lungs, and the difference between right and left lung. This is the most important question, difference between right and left lung. Okay, and next they can ask about the will be coming for 5 marks. So they can ask these questions. They can ask these questions, and God, they can ask these questions, right and left lung, diaphragm, larynx. So they can ask like that. So these questions are most important questions from our respiratory system for short essay part. So the next one is, these are the less important topics. Okay, see yourself. Okay, this also. Right dome of diaphragm. Most frequently they have asked this question. Okay, and these are not correct. Esophagus will not come here. Okay, study these questions. In respiratory system the most important will remain like first one, lungs and difference between right and left lung, and pleural cavity, pleural membranes, so everything related to lungs, complete anatomy of lungs. And next we need to study about the nasal cavity and trachea, microscopic structure of trachea. Mostly the most important topic in this unit is that is lungs only. So after lungs you can study about the bronchopulmonary segments, trachea, and those all things. Okay, so as you can see here the list. Okay, so now so this is all about the most important topics of anatomy and anatomy. So next video we will discuss about the physiology. Okay, so for of now you study about the anatomy, and after that one thing I have told about that I will show uh, notes for heart. I will show the present paper presentation. So how to write the writing thing is most important in RGUHS examinations. The paper presentation is very important, so I will show that. Hello nurses. So in this video we're going to discuss about the RGUHS anatomy paper presentation for BSc nursing first sem students. So in this video we're going to discuss about the how to write your answers and how to uh, make your paper presentation good, and how ideal paper presentation should be there for RGHS exams. So that we're going to discuss, and plus you will also get the notes of this topic. Okay, with all of the images I have added in this notes, as you can see. So that's different matter. So now let's move to the paper presentation. So we're going to understand our RGUHS anatomy paper presentation with the example of a question that is describe the structure of heart. Add a note